Connection established.
Mr. B and friends march on so bold, searching for secrets hidden in the fold. Under the vows where shadows creep, the truth awaits and mysteries deep. There's a call out from the shadows hold, stories untold where courage is gold, exposing the lies that bind the free, expanding horizons for all to see. Courage is gold, exposing the lies that bind the free, expanding horizons for all to see. Truth seekers rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. In the dark, instrumental are we, leaving a mark, no more silence. The truth shall seal, with every step the wounds will heal. Courageous hearts in unity stand. With revelations the world is planned. There's fallen away like dust in the breeze. Truth sets us free, we'll never repeat. Rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. Rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. In the dead of night. In the dead of night.
stories shared in hushed tones. Welcome to another episode of Mr. B and Friends Truth Seekers. The sun dips below the horizon. Shadows stretch, reaching for us like long fingers. The air cools. A shiver runs down your spine. You're not alone. It's the whisper of the unseen, the echo of what might be watching from the shadows. We gather around campfires, seeking comfort from the darkness. Stories shared in hushed tones. Are they just stories? Or is there something more to these whispers, something that chills us to the bone? We live in a world of logic and reason, where seeing is believing. Yet deep down we yearn for the extraordinary. We crave proof, tangible evidence. But what about the things we can't explain? The existence of ghosts has been debated for centuries. Perhaps there's more to the world than meets the eye. From the ancient ruins of Rome to the battlefields of Gettysburg, history is littered with tales of the supernatural. These stories transcend culture and time, each one a chilling reminder that some mysteries remain unsolved. Each corner of the globe holds its own legends, passed down through generations, each tale more chilling than the last. Take, for instance, the Tower of London. This imposing fortress, steeped in centuries of bloodshed, whispers with the tormented souls who met their end within its walls. Anne Boleyn, the ill-fated queen, is said to roam the corridors, her mournful presence a chilling reminder of her tragic demise. Across the Atlantic, the infamous Amityville horror continues to grip the public imagination. A seemingly ordinary house, transformed into a symbol of terror by the horrific events that unfolded within its walls. The Lutz family's terrifying ordeal, plagued by unseen forces, sent shockwaves through America, leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness. Our journey takes us from the bustling streets of London to the sleepy town of Amityville, but the thread of the supernatural continues to weave its way through our exploration. Each location, each haunting, adds another layer to the tapestry of the unknown. We find ourselves drawn deeper into the mystery, questioning everything we thought we knew. The Borley Rectory, once a quaint English parish, earned a chilling reputation as the most haunted house in England. A nun, forever searching for her lost love, a phantom coachman driving his spectral carriage across the grounds. The stories are endless, each one more terrifying than the last. And then we have the Winchester Mystery House in California, a labyrinthine mansion built by a grieving widow, driven by fear and superstition. Stairs leading nowhere, doors opening to brick walls, and a constant cacophony of unexplained noise. The house is a testament to one woman's desperate attempt to appease the spirit she believed were haunting her. Section 5. Join me, if you dare. These are just a few of the countless stories that await us, each one a chilling glimpse into the world beyond the veil. From the cobblestone streets of Edinburgh to the windswept plains of Australia, the echoes of the past linger, whispering tales of those who have crossed over but remain tethered to our world. Are you brave enough to delve into the darkness, to confront the unknown and question everything you thought was real? Join me, if you dare, as we embark on a journey into the heart of the supernatural, exploring the legends and the evidence, the fear and the fascination that surround the question, are ghosts real?
On the banks of the Thames, a silent sentinel stands guard. The Tower of London, its imposing stone walls have witnessed centuries of history, a tapestry woven with threads of power, ambition, and unspeakable cruelty. Within these walls, kings and queens have walked, their footsteps through the grand halls, their secrets whispered on the wind. But it's in the shadows, in the cold, damp dungeons, where the tower's true darkness resides. Built by William the Conqueror in the 11th century, the tower has served many roles: a royal palace, a treasury, a menacing prison. It's the latter that casts the longest shadow, for within these walls countless end, some famous, some forgotten, their stories etched into the very stone. It's no wonder then that the tower has become synonymous with the supernatural, a place where the veil between our world and the next seems perilously thin.
Imagine walking through those ancient corridors, the air thick with the weight of history. Each footstep echoes, a drumbeat in the silence. You might catch a flicker of movement in the corner of your eye, a fleeting glimpse of a figure gone too quickly to be real. Or perhaps you'll hear a whisper, carried on the breeze, a name uttered in the darkness. These are the whispers of the tower, the restless souls who remain bound to the place of their demise. Over the centuries, countless tales of hauntings have seeped out from the tower's walls, whispered amongst Londoners and visitors alike. Guards on their nightly rounds have reported seeing spectral figures, their uniforms those of long-dead soldiers. Visitors have claimed to feel an icy touch on their arm, a sudden chill that chills them to the bone. Are these just stories, fabricated to frighten and entertain? Or is there something more to these accounts? A truth that sends shivers down the spines of even the most skeptical.
One of the most enduring tales is that of the White Lady. She glides through the tower's corridors, a vision in white, her face forever obscured by a veil. Some say she is the spirit of Queen Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII, accused of treason and imprisoned within the tower. Anne met her end on the executioner's block. Her final moments, filled with fear and defiance, are said to have imprinted themselves on the very fabric of the tower. Those who claim to have encountered her speak of a feeling of immense sadness, a deep sorrow that seems to emanate from her very being. She is often seen near the Queen's house, where she was held captive, her spectral form appearing as if searching for something, or perhaps someone lost to her forever.
But Anne's presence is not the only one that haunts the tower. The spirit of another queen is said to roam these halls, her fury palpable, her anger a tangible force. Queen Margaret of Anjou, wife of Henry VI, met a tragic end within the tower walls, imprisoned after a series of battles in the War of the Roses. Legend has it that Margaret, driven mad by grief and rage, still wanders the tower, her screams echoing through the centuries. Visitors and guards reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread in certain areas of the tower, particularly near the Bloody Tower, where it's believed Margaret was held captive. Some have even claimed to see a spectral figure clad in rich fabrics, her face contorted in a mask of rage, her voice a guttural growl that sends chills down the spine.
Perhaps the most tragic tale associated with the tower is that of the two young princes, Edward and Richard. These boys, rightful heirs to the throne, were imprisoned within the tower by their uncle, Richard III. Their disappearance remains one of history's greatest mysteries, their fate a source of endless speculation. Some believe they were murdered on their uncle's orders, their bodies buried within the tower walls. Whether they met a violent end or simply succumbed to illness, the prince's presence is said to linger within the tower. There have been numerous accounts of two young boys dressed in period clothing, seen playing in the tower grounds or peering out from the windows. Their laughter, filled with childish innocence, is said to turn into mournful cries. Their playful antics a heart-wrenching reminder of their stolen innocence.
Section 6. Whispers from the Scaffold. The Tower Green, a patch of grass within the tower walls, served as the execution site for countless souls. It's here that Anne Boleyn met her end, her final moments forever etched into the tower's history. But she was just one of many who faced the executioner's blade. Each swing of the axe, each life extinguished, added another layer to the tower's grim legacy. Visitors to the Tower Green are feeling a sense of unease, an overwhelming sadness that permeates the air. Some have claimed to hear the muffled thud of an axe, the chill of lives cut short. Others speak of seeing shadowy figures, their forms indistinct, their presence a chilling reminder of countless souls who met their end on this hallowed ground.
Section 7. A tapestry of terror woven through centuries. The Tower of London is a place where history and the supernatural collide, where the echoes of the past reverberate through the centuries. It's a place where the line between reality and imagination blurs, where the whispers of the dead mingle with the laughter of tourists. Whether you believe in ghosts or dismiss them as mere superstition, there's no denying the tower's power to kit and terrify. Its walls hold the stories of countless lives lived and lost, of love and betrayal, of power and madness. It's a place where the weight of history is palpable, where the air itself seems thick with the energy of those who came before. To step within the tower's walls is to step into a world where anything is possible, where the veil between our world and the next seems perilously thin.
Section 8. Dare you enter the tower's embrace? So, find yourself in London, drawn to the tower's imposing silhouette. Take a moment to consider the stories it holds. Listen closely to the wisp wind, feel the chill that runs down your spine, and ask yourself, are you brave enough to face the ghosts of the Tower of London? From the imposing grandeur of the Tower of London, we journey across the Atlantic to a seemingly ordinary, unassuming house on a tree-lined street in Amityville, Long Island, 112 Ocean Avenue. At first glance, it could be any suburban home, a place where families gather and memories are made. But beneath the veneer of normalcy lies a darkness, a chilling history that has made this address synonymous with terror. Built in 1924, the Dutch colonial house, with its distinctive gambrel roof and dormer windows, held no hint of the horror. It stood silent, a witness to the changing seasons as families came and went, their lives unfolding within its walls. But on a cold November night in 1974, the tranquility of 112 Ocean Avenue was shattered, its fate forever altered by an unspeakable act of violence.
Just over a year before the Lutz family moved in, the house bore witness to a horrific massacre. Ronald DeFeo Jr., driven by voices he claimed to hear, murdered his parents and 4 siblings in their beds. The crime sent shockwaves through the community, leaving an indelible stain on the house's history. Little did anyone know that this was just the beginning of the horrors that would unfold at 112 Ocean Avenue. In December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 children, moved into the house, seeking a fresh start and a place to call home. They were aware of the tragedy that had occurred, but believed they could overcome the past and create a happy future within those walls. However, their dreams of a peaceful life were quickly shattered as they were confronted by unexplained and terrifying events.
From the moment they stepped inside, the Lutz family felt a sense of unease, a palpable darkness that seemed to permeate the very air they breathed. The children spoke of imaginary friends, their voices taking on a chilling tone. George, a pragmatic man, initially dismissed these occurrences as childish fantasies, but as the days turned into nights, the events grew increasingly disturbing. Foul odors, unexplainable cold spots, and the sound of disembodied voices plagued their waking hours. Kathy awoke to find herself levitating above her bed, an unseen force holding her captive. George, losing track of time, would wake in the dead of night, drawn by an unseen presence. The family dog, once a playful companion, cowered in fear, refusing to enter certain rooms.
As the paranormal activity, the Lutz family realized that they were not alone in the house. A malevolent entity, filled with rage and despair, seemed to be tormenting them, toying with their sanity. Doors slammed shut on their own, moved inexplicably, and the children's laughter turned into blood-curdling screams as they were terrorized by unseen forces. One particularly chilling, while the family huddled together, terrified, a swarm of flies materialized out of thin air, buzzing aggressively around them. The pungent odor of decaying flesh filled the room, a grim reminder of the murders that had taken place within those very walls. It was becoming increasingly clear that the evil that had consumed Ronald DeFeo Jr. had not left with his arrest. It lingered within the house, feeding off the fear and despair of its new occupants.
After just 28 days of enduring unimaginable horrors, the Lutz family 12 Ocean Avenue, leaving behind their possessions and their sanity in their desperate bid to escape the nightmare. Their story, recounted in chilling detail in the book The Amityville Horror by Jay Anson, became an instant sensation, captivating the public imagination and igniting a firestorm of debate. The book, a blend of fact and fiction, presented a terrifying account of the family's ordeal, speculation about the existence of the supernatural and the power of evil to permeate a place. The haunting at 112 became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring numerous films, documentaries, and paranormal investigations. To this day, the Amityville Horror continues to fascinate and divide people around the world. Skeptics point to inconsistencies in the Lutz family's accounts, dismissing their experiences as fabrications or misinterpretations of natural phenomena. Others, however, believe that the Lutz family's terror was real, that they encountered something truly evil within the walls of 12 Ocean Avenue. Paranormal investigators have flocked to the house over the years, drawn to its dark history and the possibility of encountering the unseen. Some have claimed to experience strange occurrences, to feel the presence of malevolent entities. Others have found no evidence of paranormal activity, concluding that the house is nothing more than a tragic reminder of a horrific crime. Whether the Amityville Horror is a true story of a haunting or a clever hoax, its impact on popular is undeniable. The house on Ocean Avenue has become a symbol of our fascination with the unknown, a stark reminder that in area of places, darkness can lurk beneath the surface. The story continues to resonate with audiences, tapping into our primal fears and our desire to believe in something beyond the realm of the ordinary. The Amityville Horror, regardless of its veracity, serves as a chilling reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, and that some doors are best left closed. The house at 112 Ocean Avenue still stands today, a silent sentinel on a quiet street. It has been bought and sold several times, each new owner hoping to escape its past. But the legend of the Amityville Horror endures, a chilling tale whispered around campfires and recounted in hushed tones. So the next time you find yourself driving down a tree-lined street, past seemingly ordinary houses, remember that appearances can be deceiving. Behind the facade of normalcy, darkness may lurk, waiting to be unleashed. The question is, are you brave enough to face the unknown? Our journey into the heart of the unexplained takes us across the Atlantic once more, this time to the quiet English countryside. We leave behind the suburban streets of Amityville and find ourselves amidst rolling fields and ancient woodlands, in a place where time seems to move a little slower. Here, in the quaint village of Borley, Essex, stands a building shrouded in legend and fear, the Borley Rectory. Built in 1863 on land steeped in monastic tradition, the Borley Rectory, with its Gothic architecture and sprawling gardens, seemed like a picture of idyllic. But beneath the surface of this seemingly peaceful abode lay a darkness, a sinister history that would earn it the chilling title Most Haunted House in England.
Local legend whispered of a tragic love affair that had taken place centuries earlier on the very grounds where the rectory stood. A young monk from the nearby monastery and a nun from a local convent had dared to break their vows, their forbidden love blossoming within the shadow of the church. But their secret was discovered, and their punishment was swift and brutal. The monk was executed while the nun was bricked up alive within the walls of the convent. Their love story, transformed into a tragic haunting, became intertwined with the very fabric of the Borley rectory. The nun, forever searching for her lost love, was said to roam the halls, her white habit rustling in the darkness. The phantom coachman, a spectral figure driving a ghostly carriage, was believed to be the monk, forever seeking his beloved.
The hauntings at Borley Rectory began subtly, almost innocently. Footsteps echoing in the dead of night, disembodied whispers carried on the wind, objects moving inexplicably. The Reverend Henry Dawson Ellis Bull, who moved into the rectory with his family in 1863, dismissed these occurrences as mere curiosities, the quirks of an old house. But as the years passed, the phenomena intensified. Unexplained lights flickered in the windows, disembodied voices held conversations in the darkness, and phantom footsteps grew louder, more insistent. The Bull family, initially amused by the strange occurrences, grew increasingly disturbed. The once welcoming rectory had become a place of dread, its walls echoing with the whispers of the unseen.
News of the strange happenings at Borley Rectory spread, reaching the ears of a man who would become synonymous with the house's legend, Harry Price. A renowned paranormal investigator, Price at Borley in 1929, eager to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden within its walls. Price's investigation, spanning several years, yielded a chilling collection of evidence. He documented phantom footsteps, strange lights and disembodied, even capturing images of spectral figures on film. He conducted seances, attempting to communicate with the unseen occupants, and his findings, documented in his book The Most Haunted House in England, solidified Borley's reputation as a paranormal hotspot.
Section 5. The Borley Rectory on trial. Price's investigation, however, was not controversy. Skeptics questioned his methods, accusing him of fabricating evidence and exaggerating the hauntings for personal gain. The Borley Rectory became a battleground for the debate between believers and skeptics, its legend fueled by both genuine fear and sensationalized accounts. Despite the skepticism and accusations, the stories of Borley Rectory continued to capture the public imagination. People from all walks of life flocked to the village, hoping to catch a glimpse of the ghostly nun or hear the phantom coachman's carriage clattering through the night. Borley Rectory, for better or worse, had become a legend.
Section 6, Destruction by Fire, but the legend lives on. In 1939, tragedy struck the Borley Rectory. A fire attributed to an accident ripped through the house, leaving it a smouldering ruin. Some whispered that the fire was no accident, that the unseen forces, angered by the attention and intrusion, had lashed out. Despite its destruction, the legend of Borley Rectory refused to die. People continued to report strange occurrences in the ruins, claiming to see ghostly figures amidst the rubble. The site became a pilgrimage for paranormal enthusiasts, drawn to the remnants of a place where the veil between the living and the dead seemed to be especially thin.
Section 7. Debunking the myths, embracing the unexplained. Over the years, numerous attempts have been made to debunk the Borley Rectory hauntings. Researchers have pored over Price's notes, scrutinizing his evidence, searching for logical explanations for the reported phenomena. Some have attributed the hauntings to environmental factors, suggesting that drafts, shifting foundations, and the power of suggestion played a role in creating the illusion of paranormal activity. While some aspects of the Borley Rectory case may be attributed to misinterpretations or even deliberate fabrication, there are elements that remain unexplained. The sheer volume of eyewitness accounts, spanning decades and coming from seemingly credible sources, cannot be easily dismissed. The legend of Borley Rectory, like all good ghost stories, continues to endure, fueled by a blend of fact, fiction, and the enduring human fascination with the unknown.
Will you heed the warnings from England's most haunted? Today, all that remains of the Borley Rectory are a few crumbling walls, overgrown with ivy and shrouded in an almost palpable silence. The once grand house, a place of both beauty and terror, has been reclaimed by nature, its secrets buried beneath the weight of time and decay. But the legend lives on, whispered in hushed tones by those who dare to venture near the site. The story of the Borley Rectory serves as a chilling reminder that some places hold on to their secrets, that even in ruin, the echoes of the past can still be heard. So the next time you find yourself wandering the English countryside, remember the tale of the Borley Rectory and ask yourself, do you dare to seek out the truth behind the legend? Venturing further into the labyrinth, our journey into the heart of the unexplained doesn't end with the ruins of Borley Rectory. The world is vast, its history filled with tales of the supernatural, each more chilling and intriguing than the last. From haunted houses to abysses, the echoes of the past linger, inviting us to explore the shadowy realms where the living and the dead collide. Our pursuit of the paranormal takes us across continents, to places where logic and reason falter, seems to take root and flourish. Join me as we venture deeper into this labyrinth of mystery, where each turn reveals a new layer of intrigue, a new encounter with the unknown. The Winchester Mystery House, a mansion of madness. In the heart of San Jose, California, sprawling Victorian mansion, its turrets piercing the sky, its countless windows reflecting a history both fascinating and unsettling. This is the Winchester Mystery House, a 160-room labyrinthine, a testament to one woman's obsession with the supernatural, her desperate attempt to appease the spirits she believed were haunting her. Sarah Winchester, heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune, was a woman consumed by grief and guilt. After the death of her husband and daughter, she sought solace in the words of a medium who told her that she was cursed, haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. The medium advised her to build a house, a grand and ever-expanding structure, to appease the spirits and find peace.
Driven by a mixture of grief, fear, and superstition, Sarah Winchester poured her vast fortune into the construction of her sprawling mansion. For 38 years, the constant construction, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Carpenters worked tirelessly, following Sarah's increased instructions, guided by her belief that as long as the house remained unfinished, the spirits would be kept at bay. The house became a reflection of Sarah's troubled mind, a physical manifestation of her attempts to navigate the spirit world. Rooms were built without purpose, doors opened to brick walls, staircases led to dead ends. It was as if Sarah, in her desperation, was attempting to confuse the spirits, to trap them within the labyrinthine structure she had created.
Today, the Winchester Mystery House stands as a monument to Sarah's eccentric life and the enduring power of belief. Visitors from around the world flock to the mansion, drawn to its bizarre architecture and the stories that cling to its walls. Guided tours lead guests through the maze of rooms, each turn revealing a new architectural oddity, a new testament to Sarah's unconventional vision. There are doors that open to sheer drops, windows overlooking other rooms, staircases that ascend only to end abruptly at the ceiling. The house is filled with unexplained noises, cold spots, and fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures. Whether these occurrences are the result of Sarah's restless spirit, the vengeful entities she sought to appease, or simply the creaking of an old house, the Winchester Mystery House remains a place where the veil between the real and the imagined seems remarkably thin.
From the grand, albeit unsettling architecture of the Winchester Mystery House, we journey to a place where silence reigns supreme, where the weight of history is palpable in every shadow, every whisper of the wind. Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, stands as a stark reminder of a bygone era of punishment and despair. Once the most famous and expensive prison in the world, Eastern State is now a crumbling edifice, its cell blocks silent, but for the echoes of the past. Built in 1829, Eastern State was designed to inspire penitence in its inmates through solitary confinement. Prisoners lived, ate, and worked alone in their cells, their only contact with the outside world filtered through a skylight that served as a symbolic connection to heaven. The silent isolation and the constant surveillance took a toll on the inmates, many of whom descended into madness within the prison's wall.
Over the years, Eastern State housed some of America's most notorious criminals, including bank robber Willie Sutton and Al Capone. But it was the countless nameless souls, driven to desperation by their confinement, whose stories continue to haunt the prison's corridors. Whispers of suicides, unexplained deaths, and brutal punishments cling to the cold stone walls, a chilling reminder of the darkness that permeated every aspect of life within Eastern State. Visitors to Eastern State often report feeling a sense of unease, an oppressive weight that settles upon them as they navigate the cell blocks. Disembodied voices are said to emanate from empty cells. Footsteps echo in the distance, and shadowy figures flit at the edge of perception. Whether these occurrences are the result of residual energy, the tormented souls of former inmates, or simply the power of suggestion, Eastern State Penitentiary remains a place where the line between the living and the dead seems to blur.
Perhaps the most infamous inmate to inhabit Eastern State was the notorious gangster Al Capone. Capone, known for his ruthlessness and extravagance, spent a relatively comfortable 8 months in the prison in 1929, his cell outfitted with luxurious furnishings and amenities. However, even Capone, a man accustomed to a life of violence and intimidation, was not immune to the unsettling atmosphere of Eastern State. Legend that Capone was haunted by the ghost of Jimmy the Snitch, a fellow gangster whom Capone had ordered killed. Jimmy, seeking revenge from beyond the grave, tormented Capone with whispers, apparitions, and unexplained occurrences, driving the hardened criminal to the brink of madness. To this day, visitors to Capone's former cell report feeling a sense of unease, a palpable chill that seems to after they've left the room.
The Winchester and Eastern State Penitentiary are just two examples of the countless locations around the world where the veil between our world and the next seems to thin. From haunted castles to abandoned asylums, the echoes of the past linger, inviting us to exhumes where the living and the dead collide. Our quest to uncover the truth behind these hauntings, to understand the nature of the supernatural, is far from over. The more we explore, the more questions we uncover, each encounter with the unexplained fueling our desire to delve deeper into the mysteries that lie hidden in the shadows. Join me if you dare, as we continue this journey into the heart of the paranormal, where fear and fascination collide, and where the truth, elusive as a phantom, awaits those brave enough to seek it. Reflections on a journey darkness. As the embers of our campfire dwindle and the shadows of the outback grow longer, I find myself reflecting on the chills we've shared. From the blood-soaked stones of the Tower of London to the unsettling silence of Eastern State Penitentiary, we've journeyed into the heart of the unexplained, confronting our deepest fears, questioning the very nature. We've walked in the footsteps of kings and queens, felt the chill of spectral presences, and grappled with the unsettling possibility that there are forces at work beyond our comprehension. The stories, each one a thread in the vast tapestry of the paranormal, have stayed with me, their details etched into my mind like shadows that refuse to fade. The question of whether ghosts are real is one that has haunted humanity for centuries. It's a question that defies easy answers, for it delves into the very essence of our existence, our understanding of life, death, and the possibility of something beyond. Despite advancements in science and technology, despite our attempts to rationalize the world around us, the allure of the unknown persists. Perhaps it's the thrill of the unknown, the adrenaline rush that comes from confronting something both terrifying and exhilarating. Or maybe it's the inherent human need to believe in something beyond ourselves, a realm where anything is possible, where the boundaries of reality blur and the impossible becomes tangible. As we've explored the stories of famous hauntings, we've encountered a spectrum of perspectives, from the ardent believers who embrace the supernatural without question, to the staunch skeptics who dismiss such notions as mere superstition. We've examined the evidence, weighed the possibilities, and grappled with the inherent ambiguity that often surrounds such phenomena. Are the chilling accounts of ghostly simply the products of overactive imaginations, fueled by fear, suggestion, or even a desire for notoriety? Or do these stories, passed down through generations, whispered in hushed tones, point to a truth that lies just beyond the grounding? The human mind is a powerful instrument, capable of conjuring vivid images and sensations, of blurring the lines between reality and imagination. We've all experienced moments when our senses deceive us, when shadows seem to move and whispers seem to carry on the wind. But what happens when these experiences defy logical explanation, when the evidence points to something beyond the realm of the known? Do we cling to the familiar comfort of logic and reason, dismissing the unexplainable as mere tricks of the mind? Or do we dare to open ourselves to the possibility that there are forces at work beyond current comprehension, realms of existence that we are only beginning to glimpse? The world is full of mysteries, phenomena that science has yet to fully explain. From the vastness of space to the intricacies of the human brain, we are constantly confronted with the limits of our understanding. Is it so implausible, then, to consider that the realm of the supernatural, the world of ghosts and spirits, might also hold a place in this grand tapestry of existence? Perhaps the true measure of our intelligence lies not in our ability to explain everything, but in our willingness to acknowledge that there are things we do not yet understand. Perhaps embracing the unexplained, acknowledging the mysteries that surround us, is not a sign of weakness, but a gateway to a deeper, more profound understanding of ourselves and the universe we inhabit. The stories we've shared are more than just ghost stories. They are echoes of the past, as of the lives lived and lost, the loves, the betrayals, the triumphs, and the tragedies that have shaped our world. They are whispers from beyond the veil, urging us to remember, to learn from those who came before us, and to approach the mysteries of the universe with humility and an open mind. As we move forward into a future filled with its own unknowns, let us carry lessons learned from these encounters with the unexplained. Let us embrace the mysteries that surround us, explore the shadowy corners of our world with courage and curiosity, and never lose sight of the wonder and awe that come from contemplating the infinite possibilities that lie beyond the realm of the ordinary. The fire has burned low, the embers glowing like watchful eyes in the darkness. The stories have been told, the questions posed. Now it's your turn to decide. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe that the spirits of those who have passed can linger in our world? Reaching out from beyond the veil, their presence felt in a cold spot, a whisper on the wind, a fleeting glimpse of a shadow. Look around you. Listen to the silence. Feel the air on your skin. Do you sense something watching you from the shadows? Something unseen but ever present? Perhaps, just perhaps, you already know the answer. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tickle the like and subscribe buttons. Until next time.
Mr. B and friends march on so bold, searching for secrets hidden in the fold. Under the vows where shadows creep, the truth awaits and mysteries deep. There's a call out from the shadows hold, stories untold where courage is gold, exposing the lies that bind the free, expanding horizons for all to see. Expanding horizons for all to see. Truth seekers rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. Questions arise like sparks in the dark. Instrumental are we, leaving a mark, no more silence. The truth shall seal. With every step, the wounds will heal. Courageous hearts in unity stand. With revelations, the world is planned. There's far away like dust in the breeze. Truth sets us free, we'll never repeat. Rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. Rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right.